Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do a makeup collection. These are my favorite type of videos to watch. I just love seeing what people have, so that's what we're doing. I was thinking about doing it in the beginning of the year, so you can see what I have now, and then I'm gonna do a following up at the end of the year to see how much my makeup has grown. So yeah, this video, I'm not trying to brag. Disclaimer, I'm not doing that. Just showing you guys what I have. So many people do it. It's one of my favorite videos, so that's why I'm doing it. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and let's go watch. This is my setup. I have this little like a white tabletop from IKEA, and it has the Alex 5 drawers in gray to match my room, and that's what it looks like. So over here I have a little lamp, pink water lotion. It's so freaking good and it smells really nice. And over here I have my Apple charger and then my Apple Watch charging. It was dead. And this is a Series 4 and I got this from Target, I believe. Next I have my iPad over here charging. And then over here I have all my face, like big face brushes. And if you guys want to see a makeup brush collection, I'll definitely do that. So I just have some Aesthetica brushes, Luxie brushes, some e.l.f., some BH Cosmetics, some more Luxie, and yeah, I think that's all the brand I have. So right next to it I have this cute little mug, I guess, or a little container. It says Wake Up Makeup, and I got this from TJ Maxx for $5. And inside I have my everyday lipsticks and lip glosses. Not everyday, but the ones I reach more for than the ones I have in my drawer, which you'll see coming up. So the first I have this Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Vampire. Next, I have this Victoria's Secret Velvet Matte Lip Stain. Then I have this, what is this? Adressia? I don't know. Liquid lipstick in the shade No Shade. Next, I have 3 Laura Lee liquid lipsticks. This one's in the shade Pouty and Nice. It's really pretty. This one is in the shade Topless. And then this one is in the shade Nakey Nakey. Next, I have this Too Faced Melted Liquid Lipstick in the shade Sugar. Next, I have this Super Stay Maybelline MAC ink one in the shade Poet. This kind of like breaks up. I'm not really a big fan of this, but I hear everyone raves about this, so maybe I just got a bad batch or a bad color. So I do want to try another color in this and see if that was the issue. Next, I have my lip gloss from Bath & Body Works. These are amazing. I have like 10 of these. Next, I have my Ofra lipstick in the shade Veronica. And then next, I have my favorite lip gloss by the brand Han. I don't know. It's in the shade Nude Rose. It's really, really gorgeous, and it's not sticky. And that is all for that. Next, I just have this Sephora box where I prop my camera on. Don't know, it's kind of like a ghetto setup, but it's what it do for now. I really want to redo this, so don't mind it. And I have my Real Technique body body sponge. Then I have my beauty blender, and then I have a little Aeropostale case. And then moving on to here, I have all of my eyeshadow brushes. So I have some from Luxie, ColourPop, Wet n Wild, BH, Elf, Morphe, Amazon, Anastasia, and all that great, and Real Techniques, and all that jazz. Moving on to this cute little container that I got from Target at the like dollar selection like 2 years ago. I have all my mascaras. I don't really collect mascaras only because once I find a good one, I stick with that. So sometimes I do branch out to try different ones, but then I'm always just let down. So just try to stick to my OGs. So my favorite one I've been using since forever is the Maybelline Colossal, don't know, Volume Express in the shade Black. Next, I really do like this, but it's like the Big Shot version of this. But I let this out in the sun too long one day in the hot car, and it just dried up, and I haven't repurchased it since, but I want to because it was I really enjoyed it. Next, I have this Wonder Beauty Beauty Blender mascara. Next, I have this. This is like 10 years old. It's really good, and I always want to refine this because I definitely want to use it because it's really, really, really good, but the words are off of it. I think maybe it's the L'Oreal Telescope one? Telescopic? I don't know, but I just have this in here to remind me to find it. Next, I have two Better Than Sex mascaras. I hate those. I need to throw those away. Next, I have the Tarte Lights Lash and Camera. This is really, really nice. This is like a second bottle of this, but I just came to the conclusion that the drugstore mascaras are just so much better than high-end ones. Don't get me wrong, I love high-end mascara, but for the price point, drugstore beats it. So I just have better luck with drugstore, and it doesn't cost me $20 to test it out. It cost me like under 10. What's this? No, I have this. I haven't even tried this yet. I need to. Next, I have the Maybelline Mega Push Volume Express. I have the Superhero It Cosmetics. It gets clumpy after like the first like 3 use, so not a big fan of that. And then I have this little guy over here. It's the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. I don't like it, but it is really cheap, so. Next, moving on to this little guy. I got this container from the dollar store. In here, I have my two highlighting brushes that I already used because I don't like putting my highlighting brushes in my powder brushes because I don't want sparkles to get on there. So I put the ones that I'm using in here, and then I also have my e.l.f. highlighting little brush in here as well. But this is kind of like all random things in here. So I have some eyeliners. I have my Smashbox dark brown eyeliner thingy that I do really like. Then I have my Anastasia one. More eyeliners, some lip liners, some brow gel. So this is by the Brow Gal. Really do like that. I have my eyelash glue. I have some glitter glue by NYX. I have my Maybelline Brow Drama eyebrow wax gel thingy. Then I have a little razor. And then I have a Morphe 501 highlighting brush. And then I have a Real Technique setting brush that I use as a highlighting one. Next, I have my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, the Shella Brow Pomade, plus I also have the Shella Brow, the Shella Brow Mascara. That's really good. Then I also have these 3 glitter liners from Urban Decay, and this is in the shade Volume. This is in the shade Starfire. And then this gorgeous shade is in the shade Midnight Cowboy. And I think that is it for this little bin. Moving on to my last bin, I have this. This is from the Target, holds all my concealers. So I have 2 Tarte Shape Tapes. One in the shade Fair Neutral and Fair Beige. Next, I have my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Snow. Next, I have 2 ColourPop concealers, which these are actually really nice. I do really like them. They do oxidize really bad. That's why I have 2 shades of them. And one shade is in Fair 04, and then the other shade is in Light Neutral 15. I have this Revolution concealer, which I do not like. Next, I have the LA Girl Pro concealer. I have this Hey Honey Trick and Treat concealer. It has acne treatment in this, so if I'm doing like a no makeup day, I will use this. Next, I have my Master Conceal by Maybelline in the shade 10 Fair. I have my Holy Grail Maybelline Age Rewind. If you have not used this yet, what are you doing? Because this is bomb. And the last 2 I have is this LA Girl Corrector concealer in the shade Green. And then I have this NAR Creamy concealer in the shade Vanilla Light, in the shade Light 2 Vanilla. It's a little mini sample one that you can get for $12 instead of $30 if you want to test it out. On to over here, I have this mirror that is dirty as anything. I have some hand sanitizer and some scrunchies. And then I have this cute little pineapple over here that I got from Walmart. And over on top of it, I have a Real Technique sponge, and then I'm chopping this sponge. And then right here, I have this cute little Namaste a while slime that turns on and off. And I just think it's really cute. I got this from Target. Moving on to the first store. This store has some leftover lip glosses and lipsticks, some eyelashes sample, some liquid highlighters, primers, and setting sprays. So let's start over here. I have this Hank & Henry lipstick, Jeffree Star Summer 2018 lip gloss in the shade Soft Serve. I have this Maybelline lipstick. Oh, never mind. It's Revlon. Oops. In that shade. Next, I have a Burt's Bees Pumpkin Spice chapstick. Then I have 2 Tarte. Where is it? 2 Tarte mini lip glosses, lipsticks, in the shade. Where is it? Rose and Birthday Suit. Next, I have a Bite lipstick in the shade Sangria. But look at this. When am I ever going to use that shade? It's gorgeous, but I would never use it. I have a NYX whipped lipstick, and you can actually use this on your cheek too. It's actually pretty good. Next, I have a Smashbox lipstick, and it's just like the Bite one. It's that crazy hot pink color. I got both of those from BoxyCharm, so that's the only like down side of BoxyCharm, is that you get like wild colors that you won't really use on an everyday basis. But yeah. Then I have 3 ColourPop lip glosses, and it's from the Laura Lee collection. If that would focus. Nope, I don't really use them. And then I have some Kiss eyelashes right here. They're really pretty. They're really long. Next, I have a Kat Von D sample. Moving on to over here, I have this sharpener for my lip liners and eye pencils. And then over here, I have my primers. So I have my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Love this. And then over here, I have 2 samples. The first sample is the Smashbox. Oh, okay. Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Haven't tried this yet, but I'm kind of scared for it because it's silicone, and I don't like silicone. Next, I have this Prep and Prime Max Prep and Prime Glowy Lotion, and it's actually really pretty. I want to buy the full size of it. And then right here, I have a, what is this? A Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. It's a L depuffing gel, so that's nice. And then right here are my 2 favorite blurring primers, and it's the Cover FX and the Benefit Professional. These are amazing. I highly recommend both of these to add to your collection, if not at least one of them. Then right here, it's the No Pore Problem Touch and Soul. Recently just got it, still testing it out, so I can't let you guys know how I feel about it just yet. So I'm just picked this up, the Smashbox Photo Primer. So if you didn't see my haul, I would definitely go check it out, and because I bought these 2 and a bunch of other products. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer, and I love this. This is like my 4th bottle of it.
Isn't it a hangover when you're like kind of like drunk, but like you're sick?
Yes, it's definitely recommend that one too. And then moving on right here, I have this Maybelline Baby Skin one. This is literally from high school, so this is like 3 years old. Don't like it. I didn't like it when I had it. It was the only primer that I had, so I had to make do. But would not recommend this. There is better primers out in the drugstore. Unless you do like silicone primers, then this primer would be amazing for you. So, but I just don't like silicone primers. Next is this e.l.f. primer. It's a hydrating primer. You see that? But it's not. It's a silicone primer, and it's just trash. So moving on to my 3 liquid highlighters. I have the 2MAC liquid foundation, highlighter, whatever. Next is the Tarte Pro Glow in the shade Sparkler, and then this one isn't necessary highlighter. You can use it as a highlighter, but it's the Cover FX glitter drop. So it is glitter. So if you like a glitter effect, you can use that. You can use that, or you can use it on your eyes, or you can mix it in with your foundation. Whatever you want to do with that, you can do. And then moving up here, I have some sprays. So I have a makeup brush cleaner, the Fix Plus, 2 Pixie sprays. One is a hydrating milky mist, and one is the glow mist, which is pretty much empty, but I have like maybe like 2 more sprays out of it. I don't know. My all-time favorite setting spray, the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I have a backup of that because it's the best. You always have to keep a backup of that. So that is it for this drawer. Moving on to the second drawer. Whew, this is like my 3rd time recording this, so bear with me. Starting off with the highlighters, I have an Ofra one, shade Pillow Talk. It's the most blinding highlighter ever. Next, I have the Revolution Soph X highlighter. I just got this today and I can't wait to use it. It looks so pretty. This is what that looks like. Next, I have, this is my OG highlighter. It's by L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Eyeshadow, but it's in the shade Ice Latte, and it's the most prettiest highlighter ever. This is what that looks like. Look how gorgeous that is. Next highlighter I have is the Laura Sugar and Spice Loose Highlighter. Next is this ColourPop Flexitarian. Next is the Anastasia Ambrisi. To make this limit product full time, I guess what you would say. A staple, like not a limited edition. Next is my first glow kit and first high-end highlighter. It is the Anastasia Nicole Glow Kit. And that's what it looks like. Next is the Tarte blush in the shade Idol. But I use this as a highlighter, not a blush. Next is a contour palette here. But I have it in my highlighting drawer because the two contour shades are too dark for my fair skin, but the highlighters I can pull off. And the last but not least is another glow kit by Anastasia, and it's a sugar one. And that is what it looks like. Moving on to my blushes, I only have 4. The first one is Tarte one, and it's in the shade Party. That is what that looks like. Next is the Note in the shade 05 Desert Road. It looks like that. Next is the Milani Luminoso, big one, and their mother knows about this blush. Next, my last one is the Laura Geller Bake Blush and Brighten. Oh, it's a sample. In the shade Tropic Huge. Like, it's so gorgeous. Moving on to eyebrows. I have the Maybelline Brow Drama, which I've been using this since senior year, and it's the best brow powder ever. And it's only $10. Really good. Then I have two Dip Brows pomades, eyebrow pomades. This one is in the shade Soft Brown by Anastasia. And then this one's by Bang Beauty. And it's trash. Definitely not recommend that. Next, I have this ColourPop shade right here. And I don't keep it with my other single shade because I don't use it. And look how gorgeous this is. Because, to be honest, I don't ever use my single shades. When I'm doing eyeshadows, I reach for a palette. So that's why I have this one up here. And it's in the shade Banana Decker. And just, like, look at that. That is gorgeous. 2 glitter products. This one's the Stila one. And in the shade Kitten Karma. Definitely recommend these. I need to pick up more of those. And this one's a nude stick. By Nude Stick, and in the shade Copper Foil. And this is what that looks like. I have yet to play around with that. Moving on, I have a MAC pigment in the shade Violet, and a single eyeshadow from MAC in the shade Foil. And this is like 10 years old, so I don't use these. It's just like memory keepsake. Next, back here I have 2 City Color Shimmer little things, and they're super cute. Then I have 2 gel eyeliners. One is Maybelline iStudio, really good. And then this one is Pretty Box. On to my single shadows by ColourPop. Don't ever use them. I think they're kind of a waste, and they're mattes. And this formula is really bad. I don't like them. I prefer ColourPop products and when they're just a full palette, not these. This one is that, and this is in the shade Cornelius, and that's a matte. Next one is this, and it's in the shade Goodbye Butterfly, and it's a satin finish. Next we have this orange shimmer, but a little story time on this. On their website, the reason why I ordered this is because it was a yellow and it was like an ombre effect, so it was a yellow and then orange. But when I got this is what it is, and I was like, crap, they sent me the wrong one. But no, it's a shade I Like You, and it's, when you look it up online, it's the yellow ombre effect, so low-key mad about that. Next, I have the Laura Lee Foursome collection, and this one is in Hiney, and it's a shimmer. Next is this regular ColourPop collection, the shade Kennedy, and it's a matte. Next is the second Laura Lee color in the shade Shiny, and it's a satin. And the last two are the last two ones in the foursome of the Laura Lee one, and this is the shade Ritz, and it's like a duo chrome effect. And then this one, this shade, and that is in the shade Glitz, and that's a satin. So that is it for this drawer. Now moving on to my third drawer. This is like bronzer, contour, powders, and foundations. Right before this video, because this is my 5th time filming this video, I'm just having a hard time with this. I don't know why, but I did the clutter of my foundations because I don't like keeping foundations. I like to find ones that work for me, and I just like to stick with them. So right now I do have a lot of foundations that I don't really like to keep this much, but it's just what I have going on right now. I haven't found my favorite foundation. Well, I have 2, but I want to find like something that would actually like, you guys know what I'm saying. But moving on, this is the Maybelline Super Stay one. I do like that. It's a little bit drying, and also I think it does break me out. Next, this is my all-time favorite drugstore foundation, the CoverGirl True Blend one. Pick this up if you guys already have it. Pick this up. I love it. It's not the fullest coverage. Like, I wish it had more coverage, or it would be my favorite foundation. But the way it makes your skin, like, look, it's so pretty. Next, I have a L'Oreal True Max Match foundation. I have a ColourPop No Filter foundation. My holy grail, the Hourglass foundation in the shade Shell. Next, I have the Maybelline Dewy Plus Smooth foundation in the shade 102. And then I have a NYX drop control thing. And then I have the L'Oreal Total Coverage Infallible. I actually really do like this. Next I'll go over my contour palettes and bronzer palettes and like just, you know. First, I have my favorite contour palette. It's by Kat Von D. It's the shade and light. Looks like that. Next, I have the Hoola Benefit Mini Bronzer. Next, I have the Pretty Vulgar Bronzer. It's really pretty. It's really pigmented in the shade Bronze B. Next, this is my second one of this, so I haven't touched this probably in like 2 years. Yeah, like 2 years, but I used to love it in high school. So I'm going to show you guys, if you guys don't want to be spending $40 on a contour palette, an amazing contour palette for $6. I have never touched these two. It's chalky and they're nasty, but for these two for $6, it's a really good palette. Next, I have this little sample bronzer, and it's from BoxyCharm, and Ipsy, and I don't do Ipsy anymore. The only thing I do is BoxyCharm, only because in BoxyCharm you do get full-size products, and then in Ipsy you get mini sample ones. Like I got this in my BoxyCharm full-size bronzer for $30, and then I got this sample one in my Ipsy. You see the difference? And it's only $10 more than the Ipsy, I think. I stopped the Ipsy one like over a year ago, and I paid $10, and this is $21, but you get 5 full size, and it's like high-end products. Next, I have the Becca and Chloe palette. This is the Chloe one. This is for the lighter skin ones. There is a darker palette for the darker skins, but this is what it looks like. If you did not see my haul, definitely go check that out, because I got some good finds. Next, I had the Wet n Wild contouring palette. It's really, really pigmented. Next, this is my all-time favorite bronzer. I don't know what I would do without this one. It's just so pretty, and it smells amazing. And it's only $15. And then last but not least is my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Now moving on to my powders. I have the Goody Airspun powder. Don't like it. It's too cakey. Next, I have the Master Fix by Maybelline. And so I bought this because of Manny MUA. I watched his video. I think it's an old video, so yeah. But when he put this on his face, it literally blurred out everything. It looked just like a nice filter. It looked so pretty, so I bought it, and I do really like it, but it does have flashbacks because it's very finely milled. But if you're not taking pictures and you just want your face really smooth, definitely recommend that. I'm sorry if you guys see hair. I have a husky, and his hair just goes everywhere, so don't mind that. Next, I have the Laura Mercier powder. Then I have the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 05. It's so bomb. Best powder in the drugstore that I have tried. Next, I have a Charlotte Tilbury, whatever, setting powder in the shade 1 Fair. And then I have 2 foundation powders by Maybelline Better Skin. I have the shade 10 and then in the shade 20. My summer shade and my winter shade. Don't come at me. Next, this was my favorite, not my favorite, my first setting powder for underneath the eye. Laura Lee recommended this, I think, in a video like 3 years ago. Not so sure. And obviously you can tell that I used to love it. But as I realized when I got more into like makeup, that I did not like the shimmer that's underneath my eye. So yeah, I have not touched this bad boy in a couple years, and I'm still not gonna get rid of it. Oh, and also I have a mini sample of the Kat Von D powder. So yeah, that is it for this drawer. This is my eyeshadow palette drawer. This is what it looks like, and I'm not gonna go too much in with these, only because this video is already gonna be long and I need to stop doing that. And I don't know if you guys want that, but if you guys do want a separate, just an eyeshadow collection video, I'll definitely do that. Even if you guys don't want it, I'll probably still do it, because those are probably one of my favorite videos to watch. So let's get started. Over here I have two Jeffree Star palettes. First one is Thirsty by Jeffree Star. I used this in my last video. So if you missed that, go check that out. Second one is the Androgyny palette. And that's the only ones. Next I have a Laura Lee Nudie Patootie palette. Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette, favorite palette for the fall. These three are Laura Lee's mini palettes. This one was her Christmas collection one. This one is the Boss Babe, and this one is Party Animal. I did get this one. Well, I did get one of these Party Animals in BoxyCharm, but I also bought it for the bundle, so I gave the other Party Animal to my sister because I didn't need two of those. Next, moving on to my Anastasia palettes, I have the, these are backwards, Mono Renaissance palette. Everyone has this. Next, I just picked this up 2 days ago at TJ Maxx, is the Slug Culture one. Definitely be using that. Next is the Norvina palette. So gorgeous. Next you have the Soft Glam. So gorgeous. For me, I like to collect Anastasia ones, so I will buy them even if they don't work. Even if I do have the same shades in my collection. Next, oh, I skipped sultry. Next is the limited edition holiday palette by them. It's the 2018 holiday palette. It's a sultry one, and this is my all-time favorite palette. It's so freaking good. I definitely love it. If you guys did miss this, I know that the Naked Reloaded palette that just came out is like an exact dupe of this. Not dupe, because I think it is more expensive. I think these are $45 and Urban Decay is like $49, but it's the same exact palette, so I would definitely pick it up because it is a really good palette. Next shade palette is the new Anastasia palette that just came out, and it's the Riviera. Don't know how to pronounce it, don't come for me, but just look how gorgeous that is. Just look at it. This is going to be my next video, doing a full look with this, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And you can actually put my bell on so you can notify when I post. So yeah. ColourPop palettes, I have the Soul palette, the Mar, You Had Me at Hello, and the Cute AF Yes Please palette. Next, I have this Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette. The last Too Faced palette I have is the Gingerbread Spice. This is from their Holiday 2018 collection, and it's so bomb. I want to try more products from Too Faced. Moving on right here, I have BoxyCharm palettes. So I have this Ace Beauty palette, which is really, really gorgeous. I'll show this one. Very gorgeous. Next, I have this Pure Cosmetics Midnight Mask Away palette. I'll show this one too. Haven't used it, but it's also a face palette, but I keep it here because I will never use these shades on my face. I did try out the highlighter, and it wasn't my cup of tea. Pretty Vulgar palette. It's the Nightingale. Next is this Crown Beauty one. which I had to air that out for 2 days because of the chemicals it came in. And then next, this is the palette that broke the internet this summer, and it's the Alamar Cosmetics palette. Moving on, these are the palettes that aren't in a category because I don't have more palettes from the brands, so I just put them right here. But I definitely want to pick up more, especially from Dose of Colors, because I love their eyeshadows. But this is the Sassy Sienna ones, and it's an all matte palette. I think they have 4 more, and I want to pick up all 4 of those. Next, I have the Fruit Sherbet one by Violet Voss. I have not yet played with this one, but I'll definitely, because I just got it for my birthday, but I'll definitely use it and I'll make a video about it. And then next, I have this Sephora miniature palette. And over here, I have a Kylie Jenner Cosmetics palette, and it's the Royal Peach palette. Moving Morphe palettes, I have a Jaclyn Hill one. It's the Alarm one. My least favorite. I haven't tried it, but like the color story bores me. Next, I have the 35V palette, which I just created a whole look using this palette, so definitely go check that out. And the last but not least, this was my first Morphe palette, and it's the 35M Boss Mood palette. It's so gorgeous. And moving on to my last 3 palettes, I'll actually pull them out. I have the Tarte Rainforest Volume 3 palette. It's an all shimmer palette, so I don't use it, but maybe I'll max it up. Maybe I'll use it with my Dose of Color palette. Next, I have the Tarte Flirt palette. It's a travel size one, and I do use it when I travel. So gorgeous. And last palette I have is by Tarte, and it's the Toasted palette. Really gorgeous. Just picked this up. I need to use this more. But that is it for my eyeshadow palettes. And moving on to my last drawer. There's no makeup in this one, but I like to collect the packaging. I know it's really bad too, but a lot of the times I fucking Lord, a lot of the times when I buy things, I buy it for the packaging. I know it's really bad, but I can't help it, and I guess can't throw them away. So yeah, that is everything I have. So that is it for my makeup collection. So if you guys liked it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.